gentlemen, welcome to another exciting NFC East Report post-game week 4. And let me tell you what we are celebrating right now. The undefeated Carolina Panthers just take a drubbing in the second half of the game against the Dallas Cowboys. Everything I said it would be. But I told you the Dallas Cowboys were going to pull it out in a game where Sam Darnold showed that he belongs, as he has for the first 4 weeks in the National Football League. But that third quarter, Sam Darnold made a fatal error, and we'll get to that in just a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think that your room smells like socks and bad decisions, then there's only a few things you can do to take care of that. One, as is anything else, even the Philadelphia defense. Slap that brute on it, and it'll even make the Philadelphia defense smell better. The other thing you can do, I gotta be careful because this thing is wet. But you can get yourself an NFL Scentsy warmer. An NFL Scentsy warmer to make those bad decisions go away. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly to another hard loss. And now the basement of the division. From divine spectacle of week 1. We first place in the division. Jalen Hurts the truth. The dead last. All in a matter of 4 weeks. I told you. Not even going to put a D on the end of it. T-O-L. Told you that Philadelphia belonged in the garbage. And that brings me to the New York Football Giants. I told you, folks. I told you that G-men could go in there and they could possibly beat the New Orleans Saints because Jameis Winston is a streaky piece of crap. You went in there and did it. You went in there and you beat the New Orleans Saints 27-21. Unlike Philly, who allowed Patrick Mahomes to just destroy them for 5 touchdowns. Just demanded whatever he wanted to do. Ooh. I bet they felt like they felt dirty after that game, the way that man treated them. Regardless, the New York Football Giants. I had my money on New Orleans just because the Giants are so bad, but I said there was a possibility that game could go that way. And it did. And now I've already seen the post. Ladies and gentlemen, I have already seen it. Bring on Dallas. The New York Football Giants fans, they said, bring on Dallas. You don't want that. Now, the Washington Football Team. Oh, those scrappy football team guys. Can't say the word. You can't say the word. You get canceled. I'm trying to make something out of this. I can't be canceled already. Taylor Heineke playing solid ball. They were in a dogfight with an absolutely terrible Atlanta Falcons football team, but lo and behold, they nailed it in the end. And that nice pass, my man ran down the sideline, touchdown, football team. Atlanta couldn't do nothing. I mean, the Redskin defense allowed Atlanta to score, but 30 points. regardless, the football team comes out 2-2. So we got 1-3, shitbird. 1-3, New York Football Giants. 2-2, Washington Football Team. Which brings us to America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Ladies and gentlemen, clearly, as I said in week 1 after the loss to Tampa Bay, the class of the NFC East and arguably one of the top contenders for the NFC Championship to head to the big one. Arguably. And oh, by the way, let me get this out of the way right now. And I want Dallas fans to use this. When you hear other fans say, I'm just waiting for the collapse. I haven't seen sportscasters talking about that. The collapse, meaning the same thing that 31 other teams go through. It must be a real tough prediction to throw out there. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. 32 teams have a shot at it, and you pick out one and say they're not going to win. Well, guess what? I think Philadelphia's not going to win the Super Bowl. Does that make me right? Yeah. You guys are the type of people that will buy 99 tickets in a 100-ticket raffle, and when you win, you'll be like, told you. So anyway, Dallas goes in there, hosts Carolina Panthers, 3-0, Sam Darnold rolling. Coming into the game, Sam Darnold continues the trend up till halftime. 2 big rushing touchdowns, and it looked like maybe they're going to come out with this thing. And then the third quarter happened. And Sam Darnold made what people are starting to understand is digs in your own grave. And he challenged number 7, Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs going into the game, 3 games, 3 interceptions, makes it number 4 there in the third. Sam Darnold tried him. He made it number 4. Darnold decided, well, my gimmick is this long. I'm going to go ahead and try him again. Ding dong won't big enough. You got picked off again. And Dallas turned it into scores each time, going up by 22 points early in the fourth quarter. The only mistake Dallas made was by letting their foot off the gas and let them garbage time touchdowns come in there. And then when they needed to, they walk right back out on the field with 4.5 minutes left, and they run it right down the number 1 rush defense's throat. This is the problem for the rest of the NFL. Dallas's defense is getting pressure on the quarterback, 5 more sacks, and Dallas's defense is getting turnovers. They are still allowing yardage, but they're getting turnovers and they're getting pressure on the quarterback, and that's the beginnings of what they need. Offensively, they are going to do whatever the defense is going to allow them to do, and that is the problem the rest of the NFL will have to face. You try to stop the run, and Dak's going to eat you up over the top. You try to stop the pass, and Zeke and Pollard are going to eat you up underneath. And do we even need to get into how underrated Dallas's tight ends, Schultz and Jarwin, are? They show week in and week out they are 2 of the most dangerous guys on that team because Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, they require so much attention. And then Cedric Wilson putting dudes in the spin cycle, just turning them around and walking into the end zone. Said is also a problem. And ladies and gentlemen, Michael Gallup ain't played since week 1. Michael Gallup. I mean, you got 4 starters, major starters out on the defense. Dallas is a problem. Y'all don't want to hear it? Too bad. That's been your NFC East report. Remember, when your team is stinky as shit, brute, and when your room smells bad, burn some wax. Get some sense here. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the NFC East report, and I'll see you in the stand.